throw ball monster come out.
Well, you can patent a game mechanic. You can't copyright it, but you can patent it.
Yeah, it'd
But
be a
the
patent.
patent has to be deemed specific or sufficiently specific as to be defensible, and you have to prove that it was your original idea to begin with.
So here's a
Yeah, but
question.
so the patent would be on the code, and what they're trying to patent is things that you would copyright, which part of the mess up there, because it'd be a story like trope, right?
Do you think Nintendo would be going so hard at them if they didn't like blatantly rip off like at least 10 Pokemon?
Yes.
Like that, like the
Well,
Earth,
here's
the
the
Earth
thing.
Lucaro was pretty fucking like spot on Lucaro.
I think the issue was more that they gained such an immediate following that Nintendo got scared and wanted to kill it before it became big.
Yeah, here's the thing: is if Palworld continues, Palworld is going to be bigger than Pokemon because it's better than Pokemon already.
It could
And
be.
Nintendo knows it.
It could be bigger than Pokemon.
But slavery.
That's the
Pokemon.
thing. That's the fun part.
Also, Pokemon. Sure, you weren't an active participant in the making Pokemon work part outside of Pokemon battles, but Pokemon.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot more overt in Power World.
Yeah, but I mean that just makes it better, you know. I mean, think about actually Pokemon had a lot of fucked up stuff too, like the manga versions, but also like separate from Pokemon, like Digimon has a lot of fucked up shit, and that fucked up shit tends to go to an older audience with more disposable income nowadays. It's the audience that Pokemon should have been focusing on for the last 10 years, but they kind of forgot they were a thing.
It's because Ash never gets older.
Shameless self-promotion time.
What?
I'm actually looking at the patents in the lawsuit right now to try and figure out what the heck is this all about.
Some dumb shit. I don't remember the specifics, but I looked at it when it originally came up, and it was like, this is dumb shit. There's no way they can defend this
So
if the people
two
involved
of
in the
the
process knew anything
patents,
about games, they would not be able to defend it. But they might be able to sneak it by because lawyers and judges aren't exactly gamers, you know.
Except it's Japan. I feel like in this day and age, there might actually be enough lawyers and judges who are.
well, two of these patents are claiming specific code to the way uh, non-player characters use pathfinding to avoid running into specific objects and to to follow the player character. So they're claiming that Pal World literally ripped off their pathfinding code from the Pokemon Arceus game. That's two of the three that they've currently just thrown at Pal World.
How do you copyright pathfinding?
It's the specific code to
It,
do
it,
it.
it's not the concept of pathfinding. It's the specific code involved. They're actually saying that Pal World copied Nintendo's code.
Yeah, but
If they can prove that, then that's a big deal. But this other one, apparently there is gliding within the Arceus game. I never played it, so I don't know. And they're saying that
I only remember mounting. I thought that one had to do with mounting. Period. I didn't realize that the gliding aspect is new. I thought that was a new patent.
But can you glide while shooting a machine gun?
No.
Like in Power World.
Also, the mechanic to get onto the the PAL versus how Pokemon does it. Was it Pokemon Arceus that introduced that again, or
Yes, all three of the new patents that Nintendo is trying to do in this latest suit are all from Arceus.
Yeah, but the problem is like the gliding one at least is a mechanic that aside from being in many other games, I want to say Pocket Pair had in their previous game already.
Yeah, Sun and Moon.
No, not. Did I say Pokemon? I did say Pocket Pair, right?
Oh, Pocket
Right.
Pair. My bad.
Yeah, Craftopia, the previous game.
Yeah, but was it a captured creature that summons itself midair when you hit the button to glide, which is how it works in Pal World, and apparently, according to this article I'm reading, how it worked in Arceus.
I don't think it much matters because they have to prove that they used the same code or stole the code for that copyright kind
No,
of thing to work.
they can patent a game mechanic, and that is an actual patented function that a summoned creature held within an object on the player appears to allow the player to glide upon a given input. They're claiming they have a patent on that game mechanic, and nobody else can use it.
Well,
That's what
That's too
Nintendo's
broad.
claiming here.
That's very broad.
Yeah, that's a little
Of
too
course,
broad.
it's very broad. Have you seen the original patent on the Pokeballs?
Yeah,
They're claiming
also-
that any game mechanic that allows a player character to throw an object of any shape or size at a creature and generate a random number against a percent chance to catch the creature is their patent, and nobody else can use it. That was the original lawsuit. That
Probably
is
why they
how
lost that one, because that was also a mechanic in a lot of games. But
that is how broad their patents are.
yeah, I don't know what method that the power lowers are going to use to fight it, but I can say that both those mechanics already existed long before Arceus.
Yeah,
I'm sure they did.
I'm feeling like
But
Blizzard
nobody
might
has
have
challenged
a.
Nintendo in the court of law on them yet.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, is like to keep your patent, like the thing has to have, if you can show that it was from somewhere else, then your patent doesn't hold any weight.
Yeah, and in this case, it would be just World of Warcraft.
No, not World of Warcraft. Very different.
Summoning a creature so you can fly.
Nope,
on it.
nope.
Summoning a creature that you have captured
Oh,
from
okay.
an
Can glide
object
on.
on the player character.
Flying creature.
You don't capture them in WoW. You buy them.
Yeah. I want to say
Arc. Yeah, that was gonna be my
Yeah.
next one. Is just Arc.
That's how it works in Arc, and
Well, Arc, you don't capture them in balls. You don't have them stored in an object on your person.
You do still have to capture them though.
You do
can
still have to
summon an
capture
object
them,
on your
but they do
person.
not summon themselves out of an object on the player character's person.
Well, they hang out in the world the whole time.
They're
Like,
they're definitely
the
MMOs
patent is
though.
both broad and oddly specific in certain ways.
They're definitely MMOs though that you can do that in.
I want to say Fly for Fun had some that you could do that way.
Maybe Ark or Black Desert, you could do stuff to capture creatures.
What about
Black
Panzer
Desert, you can capture
Dragoon
creatures, but you can't fly.
Orta? You
Which
fly
one?
on a dragon.
You didn't capture that one. There's
I've
also,
never played it.
Mm, welcome back.
Thank you. There we go.
In any case, Nintendo's just going to keep throwing patents at them until they get someone else tells them to stop, or Pal World runs out of money, which
That's what they're
probably
going
the point.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pal World has too much money to run out now.
They don't have Nintendo money though.
Yeah, they don't have Nintendo.
Yeah, but Nintendo's gonna do a cost-benefit analysis, and it's gonna be like, how much do we want to spend on like trying to stomp this Power World thing? Because it doesn't make sense to spend more than you could ever possibly make off of Pokemon, especially if you're just gonna be creating bad precedent for yourself the entire time.
I'm waiting for Ash to come out of retirement.
Oh man, that'd be fun. Alrighty.
Because that's the other thing is like every time Nintendo picks one of these fights, it's just another opportunity for it to go through like the right combination of lawyers and judges that they actually know how like fucking video games work and understand they're closer to books than to programs, and they just blow up everything outside like trademarks. Like, no, you're not patenting anything in video games. Fuck you guys. You can trademark the characters, have fun, and the titles. Good luck.
I mean, because at a certain point, it just becomes like music. You can't just copyright every little goddamn small bit of musical flair. Yeah. Oh, this sequence of notes is the exact same as our sequence of notes at this one point. What the fuck?
I mean, they can and they do.
They can and they try.
Well,
I mean, they can and they do.
Can is a tough way to use that there, because that usually gets tossed out.
Depending
if they lose those fights. They lose those fights all the time.
Unless it's extremely blatant and quite obvious.
Yeah.
You know, like Pharrell.
Unless it comes out that it's like actual fucking plagiarism, they lose those fights all the goddamn time.
Was it Happy?
I mean, who was it that sued Katy Perry over like 3 freaking notes in one?
Hey.
Are you talking about Gary V. Perry?
Gravy Perry?
Or Gravy Perry, sorry. Why did I say Gary? There was also the Vanilla Ice v.
Queen.
But that one was definitely obvious.
Yeah, well, and that's still just over a 6-note string.
Yeah, but it's a 6-note string used throughout the entire piece.
Yeah, Marcus Gray.
Yeah, Dark Horse and...
Oh, that was 8 notes, not 3. There's another one that hit her. Where's the other one? What's the other one? Kendrick Lamar. That's the one I was trying to think of.
Oh, that had to have been more recently.
No, it's 2014.
It looks like I'm skimming it, so could be a lot off here. But it looks like the long story short is the jury was like, yeah, they totally copied that, and then on appeal they were like, look, the jury doesn't actually understand how this stuff works, and so as a matter of like how the law actually functions, we're throwing this one out. So they actually eventually lost that anyway.
Yeah, the Dark Horse one was the more recent one in 2018. The one I was thinking of was the Kendrick Lamar one in 2014.
I didn't know Kendrick Lamar had been doing music that long.
Yeah, but that would also be a good case. Like, that'd be a good example of, like, hitting the right lawyers and judges that actually know how things fucking work. Because you can get a fucking idiot judge to do whatever the hell you want.
Anywho.
But yeah.
Motherfucking McAfee, no. God damn it. I just wanted Adobe, you fucker.
Are you all set up, Dia? We ready to go?
Just about. Alrighty, where are the good files? Months. Oh, wrong folder. I don't need a tutorial on how to use fucking Adobe. Alrighty. I thunk, I thoot.
You came, you think, you thought?
I think, therefore I am.
Maybe.
Okie dokie. I need this. We'll start the recording this time so I don't forget. Welcome to the Chessboard Renegade Star. Tonight we have our inflappable Kobold Kip.
Hello.
Our rock hard steel slinging Shinju.
Yep.
And our blind as a brick bat but super fisty Basilisk Kimyosa.
What?
Last time we met, we went through Amethyst's house, the Diablo who dared to confront the Renegade Star. They earned themselves a house full of lovely traps that they can utilize to keep others out of their own house. Well, I say earn themselves a house. They may want to still go through the paperwork of getting it legalized. But they have a place of their own now.
Oh yeah, don't we have like a family to end its bloodline as well too now?
Yes. There are two other brothers and, of course, the mother. So, we did forget one thing a part of your downtime last time. Let's go ahead and get that knocked out before we forget. I believe I'd given you guys 1 week of downtime. So let me open up another file. I think that was in Raxia. Oh no, wait, I don't even have to open up the file because I luckily pinned it. Alrighty. So, Kip, go ahead and give me that weekly earnings roll. And are you going for experience or income?
Always experience.
Fair enough. Roll me 2d6. And I'm guessing you're going to go against your biggest skill. Which is chef and locksmith.
So I'll just do chef.
Pedoki.
Just 2d6, right?
Die.
Got a 6.
Alright. That will be 80 experience. And 1 work experience. Ooh, one more work experience, and you will be able to level up your chef skill. Prinny, go ahead.
Going for experience.
No. Seven, and that is against your Teamster?
Yeah.
Alrighty, that'll be 100 experience, and also 1 work experience. One more, and you'll be able to level up Teamster.
Why would I ever do that?
Well, then I guess now you'll be able to level up your armorer.
Yep, just did.
All right, Kimyosa, go ahead.
And Yosa can't get into the freaking game.
Kimyosa can't get into the freaking game. No. Oh, I should have double checked to make sure all my sound was coming through. It should be.
Is it not loading right? Are you using the new IP?
I'm using the new IP, but it's just sitting here spinning. It's the I'm not gonna say the IP on the stream just in case, but yeah, it's not the old IP that started with 65 as the first octet. It's the new one, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm using the new one. There it goes. I finally have a login screen.
I don't believe you. Ooh, my dinner's done. I'm going to go ahead and roll for Hannah. Nine. That'll be... one work experience. And an additional 6 times 30, so that's 180 experience. Alrighty. Vibranson, when you get in, just go ahead and roll 2d6 and compare it to the expanding work skills tables. Be right back. Stay.
What do I need to roll? I think he said roll 2d6. Good grief, we're starting off great with that, aren't we? A 2 and a 4.
2d6. Oh boy. Oh, did you want experience or money?
Oh, experience.
You probably got the same. Well, no, that's right. It's based off of your load. Don't know that. There's a chart somewhere. You'll see it.
I can never find these stupid charts. I know it's supposed to be in, I think, Raxia Life, but I can never find it.
What level is the sorry, I don't know it.
Level 5.
Oh, if you check the pinned messages, it's the first pin.
Alrighty, that is a 6.
In Chessboard Exhaust.
What happened?
Telling them that the information is in the first pin of Chessboard Exhaust.
Ah, yes. I was about to say it's just 20 times the skill you used, which I'm guessing
level
is
5.
noble. So 100. And one
I
more.
would say it's level times 10.
On a 6? No, it's level times 20.
Oh, do 20. Oh, that's the D20 roll, not the skill level. Okay. So 5 times 20 is 100. So I get 100 gamble? No, I get 100 experience and 1 work XP. I'm learning this stupid system.
Still one of the better systems I've played. Now, if I can mix and match Anima with Sword World, I'll be happy. Anywho, you've had your nice week of downtime. Kim, Yosa, Shinju, Kip, are you going to want to keep Amethyst's house?
I don't see a reason not to. I think you said I can attempt to use my skill as a minor noble to try and swing some bureaucracy.
You can. Now, Kim, you're a basilisk in the middle of the city. Have we ever covered how you managed that? I've got no better way of putting it other than that. Who is your connection in the city?
He's a Baba Yaga.
We really haven't gone over that, but if we want to go over that between sessions, I need to find the time to do that and to update some sheet stuff anyway.
I'm giving you the opportunity to do that now. This is a great
On the spot.
chance to improv it.
See, I put all my backstory together. I fled here from a Diablos.
You're a kobold. It's a lot easier for you.
Yeah, that too. they let me in the city.
Yeah, they just let you in. You see the quality of people they just let in. I mean, I don't know why it's an issue.
They just feel bad for me, and they're like, okay, you can come in.
Again, kobold. You?
Yeah, not a
Basilisk.
Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga.
So, you are a minor noble, which obviously
Helps.
makes sense given your background and your race. Basilisk being the leadership within the barbarous legions. Are you perhaps a refugee? Has your family upset somebody?
Yes.
Or just you in particular who has upset somebody? Web?
If you want to save whatever roll you need me to make on this, since it's not going to be impactful in the immediate future.
Yeah, but I'm trying to also work through some of your character's backstories so I can make a character that makes sense that you're asking a favor from. So, again, your character's contact within the city. Are they a patron? Are they somebody shady? Are they helping you and or your family through a bad period in their lives? Work with me here. What are we looking at? Because I want to make a recurring character that we can utilize for other missions. Vab.
Hang on a minute.
Well, then I guess while he's doing that, Kip and Shinchu, you make your way to Arg. ¿Dónde está? Dragonfire. And Sibsy is there, actively looking for you. Oh, thank goodness y'all are here.
Why are we at Dragonfire?
Because that's your guild.
Why did we come here?
Do you not need to go to the Dragonfire? What do you guys want to do then?
Well, we just got this house.
What are y'all doing around the house?
Disarm the trap so we don't get killed by our own house?
Pretty sure I did
Didn't you already do
most
that?
of that.
No. We saw the trap door, like on the stairs. That's
Oh, we need a
functional, 'cause I
carpenter
had to
for
jump over
that.
it.
We need to
Yeah.
build for that, which I'm not a builder. You're not. Oh, you're kind of a builder.
I mean, I could like use my Teamster to like put some poles under the trapdoor so like the trapdoors can't actually come down anymore. Like that's just like shoving some heavy wood under there, right?
You know, that's an excellent
Basically.
suggestion. Roll that
But we want
Teamster.
something.
Plus,
We want something more like,
more permanent.
Permanent. Yeah, yeah.
Now, wait a second. I know this is not how this game works. My sister is a druid. Can they make wood as a druid? I don't think so. I don't think they have a wood spell.
One sec.
Probably.
No, there's literally nothing in the spells that does anything about wood.
You know what we'll probably have to do is I'll have to trade some labor. I'll just have to like do some teamstering for someone, and they will do some carpentering for us.
Yeah, we need to find a carpenter, basically.
But
A woodworker.
There is a fellow Teamster willing to trade skill for skill. Since you are an armorer, he wants hard hats for his compatriots.
okay, that's probably doable.
And in return, he will provide the metal for the helmet, but in return, he will set up the work in your house as long as you provide the wood beams for that. Which means I need to go and look for what that cost might be.
If only we had a carpenter with us. Use the wood knowledge check.
Shame that.
Actually, wait. Carpenter doesn't actually do anything about cutting down trees. Is there like a lumberjack? I don't think there is.
Probably.
Okay, item.
I'd wager there. Actually, you know what? No, having a lumberjack in your party would be terrible because like every 10 feet they'd be like, "Hey, I want to look for a tree I can cut down."
Oh shit! There is a lumberjack.
Oh no.
Logging check is a strength check. It takes 10 minutes to 6 hours. sister's a gardener. She's like kind of a lumberjack. God, the fact that this work skill list is not.
By the way, I
included
assume
with
since we're doing downtime, we've had time to recover HP and mana.
Yes, that is correct.
most likely.
Yeah.
Let's go
Would you
ahead
ask me to
and
fix one pair of stairs? I'm making a bunch of hats. Like, can we just call it even?
well, that's only trading the lumber or trading the labor, and he's also providing the metal to make the hats. We'll say 250 gamel to buy the lumber you'll need.
I mean, we still have all that stuff at the party list that we could sell to get money. So, like all that meat that I don't know how it's not spoiled yet.
Magic beast meat doesn't spoil? Question mark.
I guess. Did we ever find out what the wand of endurance does?
No clue. Yeah, I guess we could just sell a bunch of these.
The two beaks, the feathers, the meat.
Yep, we sell all that, and actually, you know what? I see that we have 500 gamel just sitting in the party fund. We can just take it out of there.
We'll use that as a lumber fund.
Yep. Boom.
Your
Problem
home
solved.
improvement budget.
Money deducted.
I'm kind of surprised there aren't just like random items, at least for like whatchamacallit? Trade goods? Yeah.
What game system do you think you're playing, Dia? Pathfinder?
I
don't know
guess
if you noticed, but this it's a lot lighter on the details.
fair enough. If I had a 2.0 wiki, I bet there was trade goods in the other books. Anywho. Go ahead and... No, you've already spent your downtime doing stuff. But it's an applied agreement, and I'm sure there's some sort of contract involved. Yay, Teamsters.
Woohoo.
Yeah, unions.
All right, Kim Yosa, are you back? Ready to talk on the character details? That would be a no. All right. Anything else you two want to do around?
Sorry, I was eating.
Oh, no problem. I feel your pain.
It's food pains.
Didn't want to open mic while I was munching. Like I said, I feel like we need to have a couple of discussions before we flesh out the NPC you're wanting to flesh out. And I don't want to hold the game up for it. We can discuss that after the game. I think that'll be the better way to handle it.
If you say so. We will just call him
Francisco.
Call him nothing, and we can have like a neat reveal later. We're like, oh, that's the person that helped with the thing. Shock. Ah.
very well. Kim,
pretty
go
good
ahead and
idea.
roll noble plus intelligence. How is your int so much higher than the rest of your abilities?
He's a wizard.
He's
Because-
a punchy wizard.
So?
Well, because I started with a high int, I've put some bonuses in it, and I have magic items increasing it.
Fair enough. Alrighty.
And it's not like it makes that big a difference either, because of the way the modifiers work in this blasted system.
I'd like to disagree with you, but I can't. But you have a better chance of getting those monster knowledge checks at least. So there's that.
Yeah. If I put more experience into Sage, I'd be even better off, but I haven't got there yet.
So, the ever unperturbed Kimyoso returns to the house, deed in hand, quite indeededly.
We already had the deed in hand. That doesn't mean anything.
But it was under
Yeah.
somebody else's name.
See, that's more impressive.
Now it has a nice new shiny name on it, as well as Kimyosa's. With the implied, not a threat, but bargaining chip of having to do him a favor later. Or her.
So I guess while he's doing that, I'd just go around the house, make sure there's no other traps, which there shouldn't be.
Did we ever search the basement?
That's where all the cooking stuff was.
Oh, that's right. It was more of a larder than a basement, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which floor would you like to be on right now?
The problem is there's not many actual rooms in this house.
I feel like you could set up the master bedroom in whatever fashion you'd like.
Like the main floor had what? The entryway.
It's like a entryway, kitchen, a long hallway around to the back.
Let me go ahead and configure this so that you can see it without needing token vision. Alright, can you see the house?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Excuse me.
So entryway. Then we have like a living room-esque area, which I guess would also be essentially the dining room, since the kitchen's right here. Downstairs is food area.
You could put a room in here. I'm sure Shinju could appreciate it.
What's in here?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. There's not supposed to be windows out to bedrock.
They just opted not to use this space.
There's no space there. But yes.
So what you're saying is Shinju can mine this area out and we can have another room here.
Shinju has
Depending
no
on
skill
what
in
that-
mining.
I was gonna say it depends on what that section of foundation is like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, perhaps. I'm just thinking like when they're originally building, why didn't they use this space?
Maybe they encountered some hard rock or granite or something that wasn't worth digging out.
Maybe you were in there.
They encountered more Shinjus.
I mean, that just means
Oh,
that the
heaven
space is
forbid.
gonna get up and walk away. That's easier. Anyhow. I mean, if anything, you could like put a wall here, and then you'd have two okay-sized rooms.
If you want to put the time and effort into digging out the room, you may.
Super dope.
But of course, we will also be able to like look at, because I built these in Dungeon Alchemist. We can open them up and rearrange any furnitures you need.
How much time do we plan on spending in here?
That's on you.
Not much.
Like I said,
I
I said we could. Doesn't mean we have to, but we could.
have a feeling that we'll never actually look inside the house again.
We'll see.
Oh, don't tempt me.
I mean, like, our options are we do a lot of time into arranging it just right for no reason, or we know that you're going to do something with it.
I'll probably use it as a scene to have characters meet you.
In which case, we just need a living room, which is already arranged, so we're good.
It's even got a nice painting you can utilize like a TV.
Cool. What?
But it won't move. The picture just is the same picture every time.
Boo.
Someone just runs over and changes it.
Why don't we have a Magitech screen?
Are those a thing?
True.
No fucking clue.
Probably not, but probably yes.
I said, do those even actually exist?
Don't know, but if they do, we can't afford it.
It's okay. We can have my sister live here, and then she can be the housekeeper and keep everything all good.
I don't think you have the room for that.
What do you mean? We'll hardly ever stay here.
Yeah, but Shinju's allergic to dog hair.
Well, that's awkward because I'm already here.
Shinju doesn't breathe. Why would she have allergies to inhaled allergen?
Yeah.
Shush.
That too.
Anyway, that's up to you. Doesn't matter to me one way or another.
So what's this favor we have to do?
It hasn't been called in yet.
What do you want to do now?
AKA, I haven't written the storyline for that yet.
Go to the guild. Wink, wink.
Would you like to go to the guild, everyone?
We got nothing else to do.
Yeah, I suppose.
Alright, you're now at the guild. Kip is swimming in the channel.
What?
Nothing, I dragged and dropped you in the wrong spot.
I don't know if I can swim.
Anywho, now you're at the guild, and Sibsy's been looking for you.
We didn't do it.
What are you talking about? Blue Nose has been talking about you all week. They've been wanting to offer you a short vacation in Dikehorn's hot springs.
I don't remember who Blue Nose is.
That's the other guild you guys went to.
All that
Oh.
said,
Oh, the one me and you went to, and told them about how one of their people was like a murderer. And they got very upset about it.
yes.
Yep, that's the guild that they're talking about.
Well, they want
In
to send us to the hospital.
Penance, they are repentance. They want to compensate you for your troubles. That said, Professor Cogsworth has been asking for you as well. He said he had something important that needed to be done, and nobody has taken up his quest yet, so he was hoping to get in contact with you three or you four directly. But however way you want to take this is up to you.
Is the hot spring trip thing that expires?
Not exactly. One of the... I think the guild captain has resources up there. It would only take him a little bit to reset any days as required.
So I guess we should do this urgent quest. Do we want to?
I remember. Do we want to deal with the obviously suspicious professor? I don't know.
Pretty suspicious.
Don't know either.
Every other time someone's been suspicious, they've been a bad person, so...
Yeah, that's true. Only a voice of reason here.
He is offering 3,000 gamel and above board 20 reputation.
Oh, I love money. I'm not really thrilled about a hot spring trip.
Yeah, neither is Shinju. I mean, she's a rock.
You are the minerals in the mineral bath.
I'm mostly dog, so...
Yeah. That's a pretty poor penitence, actually.
Should we double or nothing that? And then go do the other quests?
I can communicate your displeasure with the Blue Nose Guild. They may offer something else or rescind it entirely. I'd have to talk with them.
Only two of us
I
really.
mean, I don't have a problem with the offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, half the party can't really take advantage of it.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure that's true.
I mean, I guess we could just let Shinju marinate in the water. I don't know if she'll actually enjoy it.
She could always go to she could always go to one of their rock gardens. Sibsy suggests.
Ah, yes.
And do what? Stare at the rocks?
Meditate.
Above board, I assume that Shinju still has, a desire to feel clean and still has skin that has the ability to feel sensation and all that other fun stuff that makes
all rock.
Being in a hot spring feel pleasant.
I'm a rock. I mean, yeah, sure, if I fall in the mud I need to wipe myself off, but it's not like I sweat or anything.
Again,
I don't eat or drink. I don't excrete. Nothing goes in, nothing comes out,
Again, I can communicate the displeasure and see if there's another option that he can manage.
Plus, there's other stuff to do at this hot spring.
There are certainly other things to do. Again, there's rock gardens to meditate in. I would say eating, but that doesn't help you any.
Exactly.
Sipsy gives a little bit of a frustrated sigh. Says, "You're gonna have to work with me here. I can't negotiate on your behalf if I don't have anything to negotiate for."
We're adventurers. We like equipment and gold, right?
Maybe they'll have the equipment at the hot spring.
You were already compensated for the quest.
I don't know. That's a little different than paying penitence for, having to murder an adventurer, but
He lied about being an adventurer too. He said he was just some traveling guy.
oh yeah, he did.
That's why he didn't want to get involved. And we weren't supposed to try to get him involved.
If he was an adventurer, he also wouldn't be able to get involved because the quest was assigned to you for. And there's other issues there.
You can't bring someone else on if they happen to be around.
Typically, depends.
I mean, like, if we're supposed to defend the town, there happens to be another adventurer there, I'm assuming he can get involved.
Potentially.
Sorry, guys, I didn't pick the quest up to defend this town. I'm just gonna watch all these people die and then leave. I'll report your failure to the guild.
Ooh, sorry. I was actually traveling along this road to go rescue a kid from a small abyss, but I see this caravan getting attacked here, and not my job. Sorry about that.
Okay, that's fair. All right, my bad. My bad. But he still didn't want to get involved. There are people that are like that.
Well, we know why he didn't want to get involved, because he was the one doing it.
Yeah, he was on. It was on the opposite side of the fence. Anywho,
do we want to stay close with this professor and see if we could grab some more information out of him?
I feel like he's more likely to just send us into an abyss that gets us killed, like his other party.
I mean, he's been trying to do that, I think.
Yeah.
not on purpose.
I mean, he sent this whole group in to die, and then we found them, and they were not... They didn't care at all that his other team died.
They were mercenaries.
Actually, why does this professor have such a hard time finding people to work for him, now that I think about it?
Because he has a bad track
that a few
record.
times. Yeah.
People keep dying under his quests. I'm sure that, like, comes back to the guild. Like, oh...
There may not be a rubber stamp that says, "Be prepared for danger."
Well, you should always be prepared for danger. It's probably like... The stamp probably reads, "Likely to die."
Be prepared for extreme danger.
Yeah,
Extreme
but like,
violence.
is he just like paying too little and hiring adventurers that aren't actually up to the task and getting them killed repeatedly? Is that what's going on here?
The last ones were mercenaries, not adventurers.
And before that,
That was
Well,
it.
he has that one mercenary that's on call, that archer chick.
Yeah, Pakne.
Yeah.
also super suspicious.
I mean, she's arguably more suspicious than he is, somehow. So we have to go through the guild. This whole mercenary thing is ridiculous.
Hence why he's going through the guild right now.
Is there anyone not suspicious that we can take a job from?
Apparently that's the hot springs. The hot springs aren't suspicious.
That should make them even more suspicious.
I mean, I guess we can drown in it. Well, some of us.
Yeah.
Oh, where's my Burlite Natural
I mean,
Historia?
what are they gonna do? Ambush us while we're like trying to use a hot spring and we're not still made of rock? Or rather, at least I'm still made of rock.
I mean, if we're in the hot springs, I'm assuming I don't bring my crossbow in the hot springs.
yeah, but we're mostly casters,
Yeah,
and you can just summon summon pickles.
that's true. Like, is there any information about this quest he wants done, or is it just come talk to us? But I don't want to see if we accept it yet.
Oh, he's asking for some help searching around the Kororopoka for a rumored shallow abyss shard from ancient times. The abyss itself should be long since closed, but whomever closed it was never announced, and what happened to the abyss shard is uncertain. He was hoping to send some adventurers into the forest to look for it.
Okay.
As soon as we get in range, he's gonna reopen it using his weird contraption, and we're gonna get sucked into like some mega dungeon. It's gonna be terrible.
An ancient abyss dungeon.
Yep.
Yeah, but now that we said the A word, what happens with what happens with our party member who loves that?
Hannah won't let us not investigate it.
We said the A word. We're not allowed to not investigate it.
I suppose. I mean, how bad is it if we bludgeon someone that gives us a job because they like double cross us or something?
I'm pretty sure we'd have to get full proof before we just straight murder someone.
We would definitely prefer proof.
From within an abyss?
Well, I know there's definitely an item for this.
Is the magic that lets you like identify the memories of items a thing in the system? I forget.
There's an earring that you can get that records.
Oh, fancy.
Records up
I'm
to an
guessing
hour.
super expensive.
1,600.
Yep.
So decently expensive. But we also didn't sell anything.
That's a lot of money on a hunch that someone's a little suspicious.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the only thing I think of. Unless, where is it?
I mean, I suppose that having that item on hand would also allow us to record anytime that something terrible happens in the future. Not necessarily just on this mission.
If someone wants to be a level 2 artificer, they can get the spell sound recorder. You know, just casually what is that, 1,500 experience?
Well, if you're not interested in either of those missions at the moment, or I say missions, either of those opportunities at the moment, the Zenyatta Arena is having their monthly tournament in a few days. If you go now, you'll be able to make it in time.
The tournament arc.
Oh man.
What do you want to do? The tournament arc or the hot springs episode?
Or the mega dungeon.
Well, again, we heard the A word. Hannah heard the A word.
Yeah.
And since she's not here, it's hard to talk about it.
I want to do the mega dungeon, but also like we only have reasons to not trust the professor because this professor keeps placed in bad situations.
Didn't he offer you money for the last dungeon you went in, or last abyss you went into?
He offered us extra money for the shards
did.
out of the dungeon.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we can negotiate more than 3,000. 3,000 is really not a lot for
Are you all level 6?
the difficulty of challenges
I'm a level
we seem to face.
6.
Yep, also 6.
Then I might be wrong on the cost here. Might actually be 5,000. When I first wrote this up, it was for a little bit lower level.
Oh yeah, that would also change the math a lot if it was like 2.5, like almost twice as much money.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me adjust this. Got it? Nope. Next one.
You know what I'm noticing? Maybe Artificer wouldn't be a bad job for Shinju.
I've been wanting to do a 2-level dip in it. I just don't have the experience for it.
Okay. So 5 to 6, 6 to 7. You know what? Let's go on the high end. Yeah, 5,000. Because I guarantee you by the end of it, you'll probably get another level. 5,000 base reward. Okay, completing the mission 4,000. Other rewards 1,000. And sword shards 8 to 12. Yeah. Let's say 5,000.
Oh, yeah, level 2 is amazing.
Level 2 for
Artificer.
Oh. It all depends on just how you use these skills, mate.
Well, I'm just talking about Explorer's Aid and then Targeting Sight for me. I don't know about you.
What are you looking at?
Shadow Body. It's just a +1 evasion for 3 mana, which is fantastic for the like it's a lot of bang for its buck.
And it's for a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
But notice all this stuff is caster only, so you can't put it on other people.
Yeah, being able to multicast it on everyone would be better.
I think Artificer is very you only, unless you use the bullets.
Effect weapon is target 1 character, 2 mana.
Yeah.
I could multicast that to a whole party, easy.
Which applies a element and +1 damage.
Yeah.
Anywho, just to backtrack a little bit, he has updated the quest actually to pay 5,000 instead of the original 3,000. It seems like as though there's no traction, he would like to sweeten the deal.
The deal. Oh. That is better. What do I need to cast Magitech spells? Just a magic sphere.
Yeah, and then they can float by you. They do
Float?
occupy a slot, though.
You remember that Magispheres take up one of your accessory slots, and some spells consume them, so you have to then repurchase new ones.
Yeah.
And
Each
depending
spell
on
will
the
tell you what
spell,
size
it will
they
consume them temporarily.
Some consume them permanently, and
And some
they're
do.
just destroyed.
You
But I
probably
think
need a
most of
small
those are
one
the
and a
shooty
medium.
ones.
Like the small one can go anywhere on your person. The medium can go on your back, waist, or other. And then large goes on back or other. They're not very expensive. They're only 200, 500, and 1,000.
I mean, you say they're not very expensive until you realize that you may potentially need like 8 of the darn things.
Yeah, I mean, if you're throwing them like hand grenades.
Well,
Which again, the hand grenades.
even if you're not throwing them like hand grenades, if you have multiple ongoing spells or want to have multiple ongoing spells, then you need multiple spheres for each spell.
Yeah.
Even if eventually, when the spell runs out, it goes back to being a usable sphere you can cast again, you still need them for however many spells you're trying to cast.
Can you not cancel a spell early? Because I'd only be using the first spell, which is targeting sight, which only lasts for 10 seconds anyway. Gives you +1 accuracy. But I know there's an item that does the same thing. Oh, it's called Stable Sight.
So are you picking up
spheres?
Spheres probably be under class-based items?
I just missed it? Yeah, I just missed it. I'm gonna buy some spheres. I might dip into Magitech. Or into Artificer a little bit.
Okay.
I'm picking up Stable Sight to put on my crossbow. I don't know, he's giving us a lot of money, and I love money. Because I'm also very poor again.
If I can get to level 2, then I can, before something terrible happens, I can at least sound record if he does anything really bad.
All right, ready to go? We going to Cogsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blimp. You make your way to the museum, where Professor Cogsworth is in his laboratory doing his studies. At first, he doesn't even recognize you walking in. Beside them, there appears to be some sort of rune folk in pink pants and a pink poncho, assisting him with his duties. She's actually the first one to notice you all as you walk in, and will tap him on his shoulder and says, "What? Oh my. Oh, You four again. I suppose you got my notice at the guild.
We did.
Wonderful. Come in, come in. Would you like a spot of tea?
Sure.
Blank, please go and retrieve the tea. Yes, Professor. And she will walk over to whatever counter where a boiling kettle might be. So, are you all taking my mission then?
I think so. We were trying to get a little more details though too.
Ah, yes. So, I sent Pakne ahead, since we were having troubles getting adventurers here in town. I told her to work with the adventurers in Eusiz and see if we could get anybody to assist in searching the Kororopoka. And I have lost track of Pakne, which is unfortunate. So I ended up sweetening the deal here, so I could get, hopefully you four to manage this for me. That won't be any trouble, will it?
I don't think so. I mean, do you have like last known location and all that?
Oh, I would not worry about Pakne. She can handle herself. If you'd like to, you can look inside of the city of Eusiz, see if anybody has seen her. But my concern is mostly with Kororopoka. So there's been an ancient abyss shard that I really want to get my hands on. Supposedly, the abyss was closed by the Fae in the surrounding area. Now, to what validity of that I cannot say. It's quite possible an adventurer in the past did so with their help, and not necessarily the Fae themselves handling the abyss. But I would love to know the nature of abysses back in the day, as well as how long abyss shards can hold their power without degrading.
So you think after this abyss was closed, someone just left the shard somewhere and then left?
It's quite possible. Nobody in the history books seems to know what happened to those shards, but if the Fae closed it, they would have it. If the hero closed it, he would have used it, or there would be some record of its stay somewhere. But Eusiz has knowledge of the abyss closing, but not of the abyss shard in their keeping. Neither does Harvez. Granted, it was before the barbarous thing. The one where they all rebelled and destroyed half of civilization. You know, that thing.
So you're saying that this abyss was closed sometime during the Magitech Empire?
Yes. Back when abysses were actually fewer and far between. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Yes, back before the Barbarous Uprising, It was still between when the Abyss and the Abyss Wall were created and now. Because it's said about 3,000 years ago, at the end of the magic civilization, powerful demons continually appeared from a breach in the other world created by a failed large-scale demon summoning ritual, plunging the continent into a state of fear and chaos. The Wizard Kings of the ancient magic civilization did everything in their power to seal the gulf. They magically created a wall of the abyss, a huge, extensive wall to prevent demons from emerging from the breach. It is 100 meters high and stretches blah blah blah. So yeah, it would have appeared sometime during the Magitech civilization. The diabolic triumph is the word I was looking for earlier. The great catastrophe. So anyhow,
So we want to head out. See if we can find this rock, stone,
Abyss Shard.
Sure. What do they look like? Does Hannah ever show us what these things is? 'Cause she kind of picks them up and steals them like Gollum.
I'd say you've handled one or two, right?
Is it the one that possessed me?
Yeah, that one.
The
Yeah,
Abyss
that was a box.
Shards. Do I not have the description?
I'm
here?
assuming it's like a black stone or black like crystal or something.
Yeah, a jet black, typically sword-shaped crystalline body called an abyss core, and it'd just be a shard of that.
Rad.
So
Oh wait,
think,
I never broke that. You guys broke that.
Was it obsidian?
Dragon glass.
No, not dragon glass.
Isn't that what it's
Black
saying?
rock candy.
Black rock shooter.
Is he went on it?
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of the right rock. Obsidian would be the stone. My daughter is being loud. We've been at this for about an hour. Let's take a quick 5-minute break before we continue on. Sound good?
Okay.
Sure.
Sounds good.
I was watching a stream of that new Dune game.
Yeah.
And apparently you can just stun lock someone in melee.
That's pretty rude.
And because I was watching Shroud play and he was trying to shoot people, which really doesn't work in Dune. And someone ran
Really?
up and started stabbing him. Yeah, because they're BS shields from the Dune like world. All
Yeah,
the
but
shields
aren't
do
they
is
supposed to be on Arrakis, where having your shield turned on means that the stupid worms are going to come eat you?
I don't know. They're on top of this broken down ship in the middle of nowhere, so I don't think the worm could
Yeah.
attack them. But the other team just ran at them and started meleeing them, and they literally stun lock you. You can't get out of it. And people in the chat were like, wow, this is not good. And someone from the dev team, because the devs were watching both sides of this combat, is like, yeah, we're fixing that in the next patch. Next patch, we're fixing that. That's not a thing that should be in the game.
Oh, whoopsie.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot of things about that game that are like major red flags that I'm avoiding it for.
well, yeah, someone said it's made by the people that made Conan, and Conan had terrible PvP too,
Hmm.
supposedly. I never played it.
I mean, the Conan game, supposedly, other than the terrible PvP, a lot of people seem to enjoy that. Everyone that played it that I know of.
Well, my whole thing with that particular Dune game is it just screams that it's somebody's Dune fan fiction.
Oh, I mean, it's
Like it's an alternate timeline where Paul wasn't born. Jessica had a daughter instead, like she was actually supposed to, but instead of doing or for some reason that daughter didn't actually get married to the Harkonnens she was supposed to get married to, and somehow the Harkonnens and Atreides are still at war in spite of the fact that the daughter was supposed to prevent that, and all these other things of we're throwing out basically the books and writing our own story that vaguely uses some names and places from Dune.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be like an archetype game, right? Or like one of those like open world survival type things.
yeah, it's
Uh,
overworld.
I mean, it claims to be an open world survival MMO, but there's no crafting in the traditional open world survival sense. There's no base building. There's none of that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. I was assuming that like that was like to like create a situation where like you could actually have some fights to do that weren't like direct movie tie-ins or like directly book lore, which would make
but it
sense to me.
doesn't
But
tie,
other than
that's the thing. It doesn't tie into any canon, anything. They've thrown canon out the window before they even
yeah,
started. Other than the Harkonnens and the other thing is the Sado or not the Sadokar, the Fremen have mysteriously vanished for no reason that they're explaining. And this alternate timeline, the Fremen just don't exist.
fuck.
Like it's there. There's so much that's like, okay, you're using Arrakis, Harkonnen, and Dune. Are you using Arrakis, Atreides, and Harkonnen names, and nothing else about this is Dune?
Except the
There's a lot of
words.
the sand. Everyone loves sand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
At
there's
first I
just
was
so much
assuming.
about it that's like red
Mm,
flag after red flag after red
yeah.
flag that I've stayed away from it.
Yeah, it's pretty understandable.
Watching the stream, someone's like, "Yeah, I just paused my download midstream. I'm cancel that." That's what someone said.
Damn.
They're like, "Thanks for the beta key, but I think I'm good."
Man, that bad.
Yeah.
Once you got hit once, you were stun locked completely. And even though the knife did no damage to you, they just sit there and swing you until your shield broke. Not from like getting through it, but like the actual item on your person just taking so much damage it broke.
Just run out of durability?
Yeah, they
Yep.
ran the shield out of durability, and that's how it broke.
Bruh, that
Like-
had to have taken forever.
Oh yeah, but you can't do anything about it.
Exactly.
Shroud was stun locked for like 2 minutes, just getting slapped.
2 minutes? Goddamn.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, I can't do anything.
Wait,
Yeah.
Shroud?
The Shroud was in it playing, and he was trying to snipe people, but sniper rifles don't do anything to the stupid shields. Well, they do like very minor damage.
Yeah.
I feel like
But,
Dune is a bad game for MMOing.
Well,
There's
yeah,
definitely a
it's
way
like-
you could pull it off. It just sounds like
Yeah,
they have
but
issues.
I mean, at that point, it just becomes like a good Dune game would probably be somewhere akin to like the Old Republic, maybe, where you could like planet
Yeah.
hop.
Well, and that's half the problem is they're calling it a survival MMO, but it feels, other than the fact that it's not a tab target, it looks and feels a lot like the Old Republic. It's like, imagine if you tried to take Star Wars: The Old Republic, remove the tab target, and put some superficial uh, survival MMO features into it. And that's what this game is. It's not great.
Yeah.
Unless you're like really into Dune, but then the thing is like if you're really into Dune, this also probably pisses you off.
Like, I like Dune. They're fantastic books. The recent movies have been pretty good, all things considered. But
Watch the first movie.
the recent movies have been a lot better than the 1984 Lynch movie. They'll put that out there.
I'm still not a fan of that damn sound gun. Why? Why was that even necessary? Oh, I don't want Kung Fu in space. God damn it.
Well, even the recent movies haven't really properly done the weirding way.
I suppose that's fair, but it's still better than the fucking sound gun. But whatever. I'm looking forward to hopefully another Dune movie based on the actual book series. I would love to eventually see, the God Emperor.
Well, the director of the two recent Dune movies has said he wants to do the next movie, Dune Messiah, the next book, as a single movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's stopping there. He's not. He doesn't want to do Children of Dune. He does not want to do God Emperor of Dune or anything past God Emperor. And I hope that nobody dares to go past God Emperor.
I mean, anything past God Emperor is just, what was his name?
No, the first
Jason Momoa's character.
Oh, Duncan, yeah.
Duncan just continually coming back over and over.
Well, that's God Emperor. God Emperor, he does that. I mean, God Emperor, he dies and comes back literally hundreds of times in that book.
What?
They keep cloning him, or not cloning him. It's
effectively cloning him.
Yeah, it's cloning. Anywho, welcome back. Let's go ahead and make our way to Eusiz. Yes? No? Any questions more for the professor?
I'm good.
Wood? No, I'm good.
I was about to say, you're not wood, you're stone.
You don't know.
The reason for her Shinju's epic damage reduction is actually there's a fossilized piece of palmetto tree inside of her. And I guess I should explain why that's kind of funny, but I won't. Look up palmetto trees if you want to. Himyosa, any questions for the professor?
How the heck are we supposed to identify this particular abyss shard from any other abyss shard that we may happen to find?
That was a good one.
Yep, good question.
Very good question. Well, good news. I hear it is shaped. Wait, that is actually a good question. How would he know?
Got
I
him.
have officially stumped the GM.
Well, legitimately,
surely,
Stump the professor.
surely, what are the odds of multiple abyss shards being in one area, and then he can do research when it comes in to determine if it was like actually the shard he was looking for, if it was just the super rare chance it was another abyss just happened to form and be closed there. Unlikely, possible.
there you go. It's unlikely that multiple abysses appeared in that same area. Not to mention any tests that I do will determine the validity of the stone. Not that you won't get paid. Certainly you will. But, yeah. Find an abyss shard in the forest and bring it back.
I guess they wouldn't just be hanging out. Like,
No, most people would bring their abyss shards back, which is why this one's exceptional. Are there any other questions?
How do you know the abyss shards still exist?
I don't. If
Wild goose chases are fun.
if perchance you end up on the better half of 2 weeks and still haven't found it, we can call it good. You will still get your money, as I have wasted your time. But I am hoping for results, if at all possible.
well, yeah, you want results.
Yes, I want results, but I'm also not going to send you on a wild goose chase without anything to show for it. But I have it on good authority that it should be out there somewhere. One of Parkney's contacts, as she calls it, mentioned that it was out there. So if you are able to find Parkney, she should have a contact for you to get in contact with. Contact.
We have contact.
Okay, well, I guess we'll start heading in that direction.
So as you recall from last time, it was a 1, 2, 3, 4-day trip to Eusiz.
Oh, I need to buy some things real quick first.
Okay. I'm assuming Magispheres?
Yep.
Do I have the Magispheres in the class-specific items? I do!
Ah, I accidentally closed the wrong tab. Oh, wait, no, that was the right tab. You do?
Yeah, class-specific items. Magisphere, small, medium, and large.
Alright, as soon as I find my item section, there we go. Yeah, she's just gonna buy, 1 large, 1 medium, and 2 smalls. It's 1900.
At your current level, do you even need them, or are you expecting to gather more levels while you're in the dungeon?
There you go. Yeah, if we sneeze at something the wrong way, I'll have enough to get to level 1, and at that point I'll need Magispheres. But, you know, we can't buy them out in the field.
That is
So,
fair.
yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm set. I just needed to make sure you knew that I bought them before we left.
Fair enough. All right. So day 1, you're traveling the roads. Day 2, you've made it to Grand Zale for the evening. Kip, for day 1, go ahead and roll me a. Let's say it's a luck check.
Okay.
Roll me 2d6.
That's 7. That's lucky, right? 7.
You managed to not get assaulted on the road to Grand Zale.
Damn. That's a shame.
Alrighty. Grand Zale will have an inn for the evening, and that will cost you. A day is 15 gamel for a stable corner, 30 gamel for a room, and 100 gamel for a suite. Not including.
How many beds in a suite?
It will fit all of you if that is your question.
100 gamble divided over the entire party isn't bad. It's 25 apiece. That's not much.
I mean, do we have
Yeah.
much other option? Might as well, right?
All right, and a meal for a person.
Actually, we have the party fund that we
Always
still have to
use
divvy out.
100 out of that. Yeah.
Yep.
And meal per person will be 15 gamel for dinner.
Pay for that yourselves.
Oh, you don't want to pay for that too?
I mean, I don't even really need a room. I don't think. I mean, what? It's like a rack and a pipe. Me and my sleep. What it'll do. I'm not paying for food as well. That's silly.
15 gamble sounds like a lot for food.
That's the dinner meal for a person.
That is a lot for food.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat trail rations.
All right. You're more than welcome to do that. All right. Next day, you are traveling through the Kororopoka to Eusiz. Roll me that luck there, Shinju.
Come on, I want to be attacked on the road. That feels like a middling result that wouldn't result in an attack.
No, that will be on the lower end of things. That will result in an attack, just not a very
Hooray!
high end attack. Not construct.
Oh, so a mild skirmish kind of thing?
Mild skirmishes, yes. Donde está mi forest? Donde está mi forest? Donde está mi forest? 4 times 6 is 24. 6 times 4 is 24. Boink. 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 Okay.
These double monsters or something?
They are double monsters.
I see. Are they golems? Of some sort?
You'll have to roll to find out.
People that know things, if you please.
I don't claim to know things.
Hannah, are you a knower? Hannah.
No, she's a grower. And she has nothing to know about the Magitech. Kimio, so why is your magic knowledge applied?
Huh?
Do not apply.
Just -2 it, because that's what the bonus is for, presumably, for things we're not fighting.
Alrighty. So, both Kim and Hannah know that these are Berdorns. And Hannah knows that they are weak against electric damage. They have 2 large hammers that they can actually throw at people and hit them with them. This is the larger version of a Dorn. They have a shooting mechanisms on both hammers, which allows them to attack an opponent at a distance. The Dorn series of Magitech were widely used in All-Frame and can still be seen in operation in cities.
How does their vision work?
Mechanical.
It's mechanical vision?
That sounds weird. Double checking.
No, I mean, that makes sense. It's just interesting to,
Mechanical.
damn.
So not 5 senses. Anywho, in the Forest of Eusiz, the Koropoka, you can actually see these kind of creatures around from time to time. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, let's go ahead and set up. Y'all are going to be on the 10. They'll start on the 20. They have all-terrain tires, so be aware.
I guess just do an initiative check.
And Hannah
Yeah.
will stick to Shinshu. That will
Another 7.
That'll succeed. Okay, let me go ahead and add everybody.
So, Camille, you probably know this better than I do. If I have a spell that targets one character, like a Force Bolt, and I multicast it, can I target the same monster, quote unquote, twice on different segments?
Depends on, well, if they're different segments, I believe that it depends on which meta magic you're using. There's one that lets you like basically cast a spell and multiply it multiple times on a single target, and then there's a different one that lets you multi-target. If
Multi-target.
it is the multi-target one and it's different sections, you can target each section.
Sweet.
Alrighty. Any other pre-combat actions you would like to take?
I don't think so.
Yeah, nothing for
I'm
me.
trying to check some.
I'm thinking I definitely want elemental weapon now, so I can like buff the party for like if we had lightning damage, that'd be great because I don't think we do.
We in fact do.
Oh, you do? Do you?
Yep.
That's right. You can look at things. I forgot about that.
Hannah can also cast some magic.
Yeah, I thought she feeded out of, or she rolled out of the one that let her do lightning. After realizing that it was actually any target on the field, not just enemies.
No. I mean, she used to be able to give what's-his-face fire damage.
Which I'm
Still
pretty sure
can.
she's not supposed to be able to do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be caster
Yeah.
only.
That is caster only.
She also doesn't take her own damage whenever she uses a Dark Hunter skill.
Oh well. Kip, or not Kip. Renegade Star, you let's go.
Who wants to go first?
Unpause us.
No. Because then you're going to kill my men.
Shinju has a spell she wants to cast.
I don't like this.
Is
No,
it
I have-
start with a B?
No.
I will not work on these creatures.
Yeah, no. He knows that I like a spell, so now he's going to make sure that everything we fight is immune to the spell.
Actually, no. I picked these creatures because they were actually lore specific to this environment.
All the enemies are greased up now because I was grappling them all? That's so weird.
Yeah. Crazy how that happens. Yeah, no.
I'd like to point out that I haven't done that up until this point.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Just give you a hard time.
This isn't the Cobalt Dungeon.
Or the rat caves from 2 campaigns ago.
What rat
I don't remember
caves?
rat caves.
Sewers. It was sewers. That's right. Because no one had silver weapons and they were immune to non-silver damage.
Was that my
Rats.
campaign?
Yes, were rats. 1920s. We are gangsters.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
SMGs,
yeah.
but no silver bullets. Anyway.
Well, you didn't research the sewers. Don't blame me.
It's true.
Shinju is going to cast Force. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'd like to say we already had that HR training. You can't force yourself upon people.
Need to
There you go.
uncast one of those. I clicked the button too much. Because there's only 6 targets. And let's see how this goes.
You're casting what? Because that's a ton of mana to dump.
Shinju has a ton of mana to dump.
It's only half of my mana pool, and generally speaking, with traveling, you only have like 1 or 2 encounters a day, right?
Maybe.
As random encounters go, yes.
Check. Not great, not terrible, I guess.
Who are you targeting?
All of them.
Is that character X or?
It's
Oh, you
every
were
segment.
targeting 6. Oh my god.
I said you got to realize he dumped 28 mana into this.
I dump more mana than most characters have.
I only have 12.
I dumped two and a half kips of mana in here.
Wait, why did you do times 7? If there's only 6 of them.
I overclicked. I already gave myself the mana back.
Okay. I was like,
Who said you could give
You
the
just-
mana back? No, you have to target Kip now.
no!
I'm seeing one pass. Congratulations. Wait, was that?
2 passes.
The last one was wait, did I miscount? My bad, I
2
miscounted.
16s.
Yeah. Okay, so you have 2 passes.
So we found out the right side's the strong side.
These droids are right-handed.
Okay, so you'll have to go. It'll be quickest for me to just hit magic damage, and then you to go. Those 2 that passed, give them back half their health.
Only half, though.
Yeah. Man, is with me. Oh, I can't move her. Oh well. What are you willpowering?
Are these enemies that we can target easily or no? Like, what are the rules? Like, what are the rules on, like, targeting left side or
They
right
do
side?
not have that weird special ability where you could chance targeting the wrong side.
Okay. I'm going to back up 3. And I'm going to take aim at the proud bird on the left side.
Berdorn, sir.
I said what I said.
No, Berdon sounds way too cool for these things.
Okay. I don't really want to run Pickles and by Pickles' self, so...
You could move him to... Oh, I guess you'd still wouldn't get your attacks.
Well, no, I want to... I'm going to back him up. To here. Because he has charge.
Yeah.
And charge will give him more damage as he runs forward, so...
Yeah. Get your setup on. I like it.
Let me see. Nope, I did not mean to do that. How do I undo that?
Carefully.
I made a circle and I don't know how to undo it.
How big of a circle do you need?
I don't need a circle, I want a line. There we go. I figured it out. Yeah, he's gonna be as far back as he can. Which is, like, here. And that's my turn. I'm aiming at the top guy, and that's it.
You cannot -1 this.
What? That's the wall. He's next to the wall.
The 0 is the 0, mate.
Oh, I didn't notice there was 0 on the bottom.
We had an entire conversation about the picks and the number of numbers.
So I don't see the numbers down there half the time.
Eh.
Fair enough.
I have my turn.
Hannah legit can't do anything except cast...
Summon something.
No, she's gonna cast Lightning Hammer on her hammer.
Interesting.
It's not just fire?
I think that might just be it.
No, the Demon's Arm spell lets you pick an element.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Magical weapons with energy type, dealing 2 points of physical damage and giving the wielder +2 defense.
You would think since it's called Demon's Arm, it would be fire.
Yeah.
There are thunder
unarmed
demons.
attacks.
And for the record, it's on yourself, not on your weapon. It's all your attacks get the bonuses.
Ah, fine. She casts
Yeah,
it
so
on herself for lightning damage.
So if she throws a dagger, it still gets the lightning.
It's pretty good.
Now, if somebody would move Hannah into direct combat. Anyway, that's her turn. Kimyoso, I believe you're last.
Sounds about right. Might as well move in and try and punch these guys. Start with this guy here. Starting with just plain old chain attack. Make sure I have all my modifiers set right.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do Flowing Fortunes, by the way?
She did not announce it.
Actually, I forgot to announce it. Flowing Fortunes.
Okay.
Oh, let me get my freaking
First
edge
attack.
counter.
You hit.
Second attack.
You hit. Are you doing all three or just the two?
I only declared the 2.
Okie dokie.
If I do the 3, I take a -2 penalty to hit on all 3 of them.
Ah. Well then, that side is still open, and it is mine turn.
Why'd you move me?
Because you were in conflict with him, you have to be in the same column.
Oh, that's right. I
I
forget
hate
that.
the same column thing.
Yeah, the same column thing's weird.
I wish it was just like face to face.
Well, certainly
Let us
different.
be adjacent. Stop. Not back it up. You know you aren't going past my tactical move.
Tactics.
Fair enough. Shinju.
Yep.
Block.
Evaded. You know I don't want to do this. You know I wish you would hit me.
Oh wait, that's the wrong roll. Same outcome, but wrong roll. Attack again.
If you could hit me, I could stagger you and actually, use my ability. If please, come on, Dia.
You see, you underestimated my goal of not trying to hit you at all.
I suppose if you don't hit me, you also don't get staggered? Question mark?
It's fair.
Is that against me or? Oh wait, yeah, I'm the only option, right?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yeah. All right. So one of those is going to hit.
Which one?
And never mind. Neither of those are going to hit. Maybe I'll have better luck with Kimyosa. Kimyosa. Dodge.
As you wish.
Dodge.
As you wish.
Renegade Star, your turn.
Let me finish my shot on this left side of this guy. See if he dies from it.
Yeah.
So accuracy check on the Proud Bradorn on the left side. That's a 17. So that's by 3, so this is double damage. Can I double that somehow, or is it? Do I have to just punch it in manually?
Yeah, probably manually. Because if you hit the PD twice, then you'll also go against their defense twice. Not that they had any, apparently.
They had 4.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
All right. Luckily, they have no dominant side, so.
We already figured out the strong side's the right side.
Yeah, fair enough.
Pickles is gonna charge in, which is what's this distance? 16, so that's plus 3 damage. And Pickles is gonna tail attack these 4 of them. Pickles, I choose you. Tail attack.
It's literally tail whip, dude. Doesn't deal any damage. It just takes away their defense.
So left, annoyed. So that's 17. Right, annoyed.
I'd like to ask who stole my luck.
Left, guilty. Oh god. Right, guilty.
For the love of all that is holy, Pickles, stop!
Pickles is on a fucking tear. And
Yeah, Pickles is crushing it.
that's my turn.
Hannah's going to crush one with Unholy Fire.
You mean unholy lightning?
Yeah.
Pickles is my best investment.
Pickles is amazing. Okay, Hannah.
Alright, that's Hannah's turn. Shinju? Or Kimyosa?
Shinju's ready. She's kind of eyeballing these things. She's gonna take a swing at. Whoop. First, she's gonna select the entire everything. Flowing Fortunes, cover Hannah, because no, cover Pickles. Cover Pickles. Yeah, that's right. Pickles is a valid target. And then take a swing at the one I'm targeting. Sad day. See, if you had hit me, I might have actually landed that.
Haha! You've called my trap card of not hitting
And
Shinju.
Shinju's done.
Kimyosa?
All right. I still have a target. I think I'm going to still stick with the double attack, though. Attack 1.
Do I have to?
You do.
Wow.
That was underwhelming. Attack 2, that was better. Damage wasn't much better.
Alrighty, it is now the Badorn's turn. Dodge, Kimyosa. I didn't mean dodge well.
Wow.
Well, screw you guys. I'm just gonna go back to Harvez. No, New valid target that isn't made of rock. Dodge.
You hit the rock instead. Which one did that?
That would be Bedorn left. Annoyed.
That one gets stopped and stagger. It did not get 0.
And then other one will continue. Pickles dodge. Fine. Shinju dodge.
Hey. I mean, oh right, you already hit me. Doesn't matter anymore.
No.
Wait, something.
It wouldn't be stop and stagger 0, that's for sure. All right, and the left side. Go for it, Shinju.
Wow. Critical. Max damage.
I've actually put a dent in Shinju. I'm going to call this combat a success.
Did it have 10 heals left?
Your team, guys.
I have an ability I need to use before it wears off. Yeah. She would like to go first so she can use her plan for post. Otherwise, it becomes kind of useless. What to do? Flowing Fortunes 2 on the party, covering Pickles again. Taking a swing at the one above me that got stopped. Boo.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yep. And this is round 3, right?
Yes.
Careful card. All right, I'm done.
Who is Pickles attacking? Hey, Prinny. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But, Pickles took your kill.
That's fine.
Okay. Hannah is going to shell shock, literally, the right side of that one. Maybe. Yes. +3 for the lightning damage. Ah, shite. That's at Shinju. Alright, remember 29, gents.
Does it even have 29 health left?
No clue. Nope. That was -13 over. Kimyosa or Kip?
I can go. I still have this one son of a gun hanging here that won't die.
Hit
Attack 1.
harder.
I'd like to. I missed.
The gasp.
Attack 2.
You hit.
That's better.
Yep, he's still alive.
Blast it all.
If only you'd hit with another attack.
Well, I'd have taken a -2.
No, I meant like if you'd hit with the first attack. Kip.
I just aim at the right side of the guilty one.
Okay. I guess that's the end of that. Their turn.
Oh no.
Ah, Pickles dodge.
Block.
Yep, covered.
That one's gonna stop stagger zeroed.
Yep.
Oops.
Yeah, you're gonna need to target Hannah with that. Or not Hannah. I mean, Shinju.
All right, targeting Shinju. Or
I
Hannah.
don't think 14 cracks you though.
It does not here. Or is it the other one?
It was the other one.
There you go.
Alrighty.
But still way too many sub and staggers on the field. There we go.
Alright, left side is attacking Pickles. Actually. Yeah, no, we're gonna keep the yeah.
Okay. No, I'm hurt. Why did I only do one?
Because Pickles has 9 defense from something?
8 defense.
Oh, Pickles does field protection on, I think.
Which is weird because field protection is not on the character.
No, he's got 2 things of field protection for some reason.
That's weird. Because this is what I see, but I mean on the characters, on the POG I can see multiple things, but
I fixed it. We're good now.
yeah.
Pickles is down to 52.
Pickles is almost dead.
Oh no, Pickles!
Pickles has almost double my HP.
And the last Dorn will launch a surprise attack at Pickles.
Actually, you need to roll a 1d6 and see if you roll high or low.
It's low.
That attack actually targets Shinju, believe it or not.
Oh, the
Magnetite.
mask.
Irritating mask.
So irritating.
All right. Oh, although to be fair, ranged attack into a group, he can't actually target. This has to be random.
The
So what do you have?
my
1,
mask
2,
ability
3,
happens
4?
after the target's chosen, and it automatically redirects to Shinju. So the random target doesn't matter.
Even if it's one of the enemies that would get on target?
I think it just happens
Okay.
automatically.
Let me check.
Well then
I don't think you turn
Shinju,
that-
give me
that-
a give me a dodge.
I want to say it's.
I'm pretty sure you can't turn that mask off.
Oh, if is made against another character of the wearer's team in the same skirmish. So if it's targeting its own ally, then yeah, it would still work normally.
Alright, we'll just go
You'll
down the
walk.
line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the enemy.
Okay.
Okay, that would have been Pickles. But now it's getting targeted at Hannah.
In which case, it's.
Or not Hannah, Shinju.
Wooden Pickles. So Shinju. So everything's exactly the same still. Evade. It whiffs.
Yep. Yep. Y'all's turn.
I just
Turn
read
4.
that mask. I'm gonna let my snipe go off and see if I can kill this right side.
Go for it.
So there we go. So that's a 17
To hit.
right side. Oh yeah, he's probably fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking dead. That's
Bro.
44 damage.
Bruh.
Look, it just took a while, but this is why I got snipe, so that way I could do this.
It gets its defense still, so it only actually takes 40 damage.
Yeah. I wish I could hold the button down, but you can't.
Well, if it makes you feel better. You
Yeah, it's fine,
only
too,
need at least 13.
Okay, he's dead.
Well, half of them's dead.
That should totally overkill into the other half.
You'd hope, but no.
I know that's not how it works, but you would think it would.
Actually, have Hannah swing first.
It's hammer time. Near. Near.
Dude, she does so much damage with just a swing. It's ridiculous.
Says the person who just did 40 damage.
I take 2 turns to set up.
Yeah, and a crit.
Fair
I
enough.
mean, to be fair, you also have Pickles damage coming in, so like,
Yeah.
is it still alive?
No.
Okay. In that case, Shinju's gonna move up here and take a swing at this one. Actually,
Surround him.
Saber.
Has Kimmy gone yet?
Nope.
I'll let you take your swings first. Assuming you want to get your kill. You've been swinging at it for a while.
We're working it down.
All of Dia's luck has been concentrated in this one piece of the golems.
He is very proud.
All right.
He
And
has a
there's
right.
nothing.
He has a right to be proud. Never mind.
Aw. I didn't even get my second attack.
Hit him while he's down. Hey, we always get some iron. We could use that. You need that, don't you? Technically?
Perhaps? Question mark?
So what's this? 6 of these? 1 for each side?
Actually, does sound accurate. Where's my... Real quick.
You don't need to heal Pickles if you don't want to. If you since you're actually quote unquote low on health, on mana.
It was pretty cheap. Yeah, nah. I'm happy with the heal on your Pickles. Top Pickles up. We're good.
So 1, 2,
Buckle your shoe.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Alrighty. Looks like you are getting 4 crude Magitech components and 2 regular Magitech components.
Is there a way to get my loot roll higher? I don't think there is.
The scout gets a +1, and then there's a +1 from a item.
Yeah, I got both those on.
There might be another way, but at present I can't think of it. Unless there's a profession for treasure hunting.
Oh no. We can look it up after session.
Yeah, it's not worth it right now.
Are you already recording those, Asma?
Yeah, I'm putting them in.
Alright.
And there were no sword shards in those robots.
No sword short. Oh well.
But you make your way back to Eusiz. And what Eusiz in Eusiz is that same Gothic architecture you saw from last time. Nothing's really changed.
Gasp.
It'd be really awkward if everything like drastically changed.
Could be, yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what the heck is going on in that other room. But are you guys hearing like all that big thumping going on in my house?
No.
Okay.
negative, sir.
That's good.
Nope.
So, you're in UCs. Where would you like to start? And are there any names you'd like for me to bring back up that would help you on your decision making?
Well, we're supposed to be looking for the other of the professor's assistants, correct?
Yes. Pakne.
The one that murders surrendered people in cold blood.
She was far enough away. She didn't know that the guy was surrendered.
Because they're helping.
She thought she was helping.
Sure.
Long range helping.
Yeah, like Archer would do normally.
That's what you'd like to think.
Yeah, Shinju doesn't really know where to start. She's just a hammer.
Well, there was the Guildmaster Mages of Heroics with Eadsro the Tien. And there was also the owner of that restaurant, whose name was... Bear with me, I'm trying to find it.
We have a study map.
That sounds like people that we know in networking, which I can't really apply a hammer to, unfortunately.
You could network them with a hammer.
What? Basil, that was his name. Basil? Anyway, the restaurant owner of the Cuisine de Grunzel. So, who do you want to go to first? Basil or Idro? Or would you like to take another approach to finding Pakne?
Wait. Do we need to find Pakne?
No, but she has a contact that would help get you to the Abyss Shard. You could just...
We know, like, the forest it's in, right?
Would you like to see how big that forest is?
Nothing on this map is to scale. That doesn't help. I mean, look at the size of that fucking unicorn.
That's just a really big unicorn.
Why are you looking at the... Oh my god. Stop looking at the unicorn.
You can't. He's everywhere. You look up at the sky and there he is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm going to beat you guys.
Look at that arena that's bigger than all of Harvest. Like, is it really that big? Bigger than Harvest as a whole? Damn.
No.
Maybe.
You bring up a fair point. Let me see
That
if I
pirate
can...
fleet, that main boat, that could do some damage.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat you.
Let you beat the hell out of these two boats.
Resources, maps...
I mean, now that you look at it, this guy's an idiot. He's just going straight into a whirlpool.
Oh, I do have a
As
map
big as
of...
those whirlpools are, you should have seen them from, like, miles away. Like, come on, guy.
There is not a non-stylized map of the Burlite region. I will leave that at that.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, there's a map of the All-Frame continent, but that doesn't really give you any scale of to how big the forest would be. There is a map of... There's a map of Mother Trucker. Eusiz itself. Is there a map in the Burlite?
My dude. Core Rulebook 1, page 349. There is a map of the Burlite region that actually has a scale on it in days of travel.
How'd you just not know that?
I don't remember that map. It's been forever since I opened up that. Which page?
349.
Oh, hey. I should have been putting a lot more travel on you guys.
I've been trying to tell you that from the beginning.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's only like 1 or 2 extra days travel.
So
Well, actually, no. From Grand Zale to Eusiz is probably a lot more travel than that.
That's a lot of extra killing things in travel that we could have. Also, in having Hannah here next week, where they could help with the investigation because they're our face intellectual.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and I
And,
am
you know-
not about to do more travel days in the forest.
but we love the forest.
Yeah. Ooh, also love the plains. That's a lot of plains. Actually, it's more plains that we probably should have traveled through than forest.
No, it's
Mhm.
only about an extra day through the plains. Maybe 2. Anywho.
Not a non-stylized map.
I'm sorry. I completely forgot about that map.
Imagine not having every map in the core rulebook memorized. Shame.
Yeah.
There's only like 2
It's
maps
the
in the core
only
rulebooks.
freaking map in the first book.
There are 2 maps in the core rulebook. In the first core rulebook, that is. What's more interesting is Eusiz actually has a magic arena.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like it's a magical principality.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on principle. But you are my pal, so it's only an itty disagreement. Anywho, I have to open up software.
No.
Why?
I thought you guys wanted a map. Do you not want
Also-
the map?
Interesting that the map you currently have up in Foundry has different names for certain elements than the one in Core Rulebook 1.
What do you mean?
Unofficial translations are fun.
Tweak them.
Yep. Unofficial translations are fun. Anywho, what was it? Publisher. That was it.
You, publisher.
Not that publisher, Affinity Publisher. Fuck
Oh,
Microsoft
okay.
Publisher.
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah.
We're cool with
Legitimately,
that.
it's fine then. I freaking for the first time I ever have a job where I have to actually work with publishers sometimes, and it's evil. It's pure evil. I'm glad they're
It's-
discontinuing it. I'm glad
it's
they're
just-
killing it.
It's just a nightmare.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, I got no support for that.
The rift that lies east of Grand Zale on the nice map you have here in Foundry is named the Rift of the Resolute Blade, which sounds nice. And then you open up Core Rulebook 1, and the same chasm is listed as the Grove of the Firm Sword.
The Grove or the Groove?
I'm pretty sure that is Grove,
I'm sure they probably make Groove.
because Groove has 2 O's in it.
I think that wouldn't help much. Groove of Firm Sword is still terrible as a name.
Is it because it has Firm Sword in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd assume sword would be firm unless you're kind of like, you know.
Yes, but you don't put that in front of a blade name unless you're trying to be randy with the terminology. That download. Come on. All right, that was page 300. What?
49.
layers. There's my image. New from clipboard. Export. Export. Yeah, there's a newer version of the book, and it now says Rift of the Resolute Blade as well. Okay, maps. Okay. And because I don't want to have too many maps here, I'm just going to go ahead and update this one. Oh, that is hideous. What happened? I need 846 by 724. There we go. There's that map. Now let me go ahead and add Eusiz.
This one's not colored and doesn't have that cool unicorn on it.
Too bad. People made complaints.
It still has the pirate ship though. Might have even gotten bigger because look at that town compared to that pirate ship.
Yeah, now that we know this is to scale, that pirate ship is like half a day to walk across. Like, that's wild.
It's very big.
Because at least it has a scale instead of the absence thereof.
I'm fairly certain the cities are not to scale, and I'm fairly certain that pirate ship is not to scale. They are just notes on a map.
I mean, Sandokia is like much more reasonably sized than it was on the other map, at least. Board of Magic Giant. Okay.
Yeah, there's a magic giant rusting over there.
QP Marsh. I wonder if they have good mayo there.
Probably not. Because you need
it's QP.
You need eggs and oil for a good mayo.
Yeah, but that's the QP Marsh. QP.
I know about the mayo. I don't think they have a. I think they had to outsource it from over there.
Maybe it's me with croc eggs. Yeah. So by this scale, Corpoco Forest actually doesn't look super unreasonable to search over a 2.5 week period. It's still a big forest. But...
I mean, it goes off the edge of the map.
That it does. That it does. This is actually a pretty nice map. I'm not gonna lie. But more importantly, I still don't feel like re-rolling a bunch of stuff. Because who knows? The next encounter could be a non-combat encounter. But sure. I'll give you one more roll. Veb, your turn.
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
2d6. The lower, the more encounter. Nope.
Oh well, if you wanted a low roll, you asked the right person.
Nope, that's a 6. That's fairly average. 7 and 8, 6 to 8, no encounters.
You're average.
You found nobody?
No more than the average people traveling the roads to Eusiz. But, since we're on the topic of having maps, let me go ahead and drag everybody here. And remember that I forgot to enable token site. Or tokenless site. Welcome to Eusiz. You have come through the southern gate, which is apparently the only gate into town. Even though there's a giant circle all around the city, it's the one gate. I'm actually kind of pissed. Why would there only be one gate?
South Gate if there's only one gate.
To make it more defensible? Question mark.
No. It's perfectly defensible, but the point of calling it the South Gate
This
means...
is the school that Hannah goes to.
Yeah, I mean it's a very defensible city. It'd just be terrible if somebody, started lobbing some sort of flaming weaponry into the city, and there's only one way out that's easy to siege.
Nonsense. Look at all these giant guards that they've got going on.
I know where the North Gate is. South
Behind
of the
the
Magic School. No. You see where it says North District?
Oh, right there?
Yeah, that's the North Gate.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I got the Magic School has its own little arena.
For
Yeah,
practicing.
that's where your tournament arc happens.
Oh, well, the
Can't have a
magic
School without a tournament
the
arc.
magic tournament arc happened.
See, the weird thing to me is that the Royal Castle...
It's to the right and not all the way across.
That for one, but also that means that they're super inconvenienced in having to go all the way out to the center and then down to the South Gate when they leave. And it's Royals really put up with that? Wild.
They don't. They've got a secret way out, I'm sure.
Yeah. Maybe they have flying mounts here. At least for the Royals.
Whoa.
Let's not get sued by Nintendo here.
Look at this person. They're huge.
It's okay. They summon them from name tags, not balls. Totally different.
Guardian deity over here.
Oh, yeah. Who's the giant elf lady? You see her from the town?
She watches over the town.
I am going to kill you all.
But I do.
You haven't said anything to stop them.
That's my job. Since when?
You're the only one here with sense.
What about Hannah?
Oh, I'm too broke for sense.
Ah, fair enough. I was wondering why you never gave us your 2 cents. Oh, we were going to get canceled just on the puns alone.
So, We're supposed to go find this very upstanding archer.
I mean, or we could go talk to Basil. Maybe he's heard rumors about stuff.
Upstanding
running
in
his restaurant.
quotation marks.
I mean, what's the chances they have a lead on an ancient abyss stone that's in the woods that no one's found?
They might have
know
a
who would
lead
know?
on Pakne.
The academy.
Which academy?
The frickin' magic school.
Why
Yeah,
would the
one that Hannah
magic?
goes to?
Oh, magic school knowing about the shard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have an inn. Hannah goes to that school.
exactly.
Hannah makes the suggestion of checking with the school. She may know of a professor that has information. I, on the other hand, will be going to that very only single page overview of UC's Magic Principality. And making a wizard name off the top of my head. Because I hadn't thought about that. Because I didn't know that there was a map of UC's. Although I should have known that there was a principal or the magic school here. Anywho, fantasy.
Your
name.
prep work is impeccable, fine sir.
Well,
Really,
remember,
really impeccable.
yesterday you said, should I play Monster Hunter or should I prep?
And I
Accurate.
did none of the things because one of my coworkers
He
decided
did
about
neither!
because one of my coworkers decided to ask me for some help on something.
Why didn't he prep?
I was his prep.
No, him.
Him who?
Your coworker. Why didn't he prep?
I was his prep. Did you not just hear me?
No, but, I mean, why didn't he prep the game?
Oh, because I haven't invited him to the game.
Oh, that's fair.
Look. You guys are creepy and scary. I don't want to throw off all of my coworkers yet.
Whoa. Creepy and scary?
Yeah, you guys play D&D. That's not creepy to you?
I mean, I don't know if I'm creepy or scary. Ooh, actually,
Hey
you
now,
know, an
I
anime
haven't
woman
played
did call me cursed
D&D in a
today.
long time.
Anywho, we have Oxium Oranus.
Oxymuranus, got it.
That's an interesting name.
Oxes in your anus? Ah, shit. I don't like this guy.
That
Oh
is
my
kind of
God.
weird.
Oxium, or Professor Oranus, is his name. And, yeah, normally you would be stopped at the North Gate to the magic school. But luckily, one of you is a student at a, what is it? What are those? Are they called satellite, schools?
Branch.
I was trying to think of the U.S. term.
We're not in the United States.
Anyway, yes, branch school in the middle of Harvez that apparently exists.
Yeah.
It's mostly just an office out of an office space out of an old.
It's a recruiter's office.
Satellite campus is, I believe, the word you were after.
Yes,
Well, I like
it's a
that.
satellite
Sounds good.
campus. It's actually just an office space out of a dying mall, but it is what it is.
It's next to a Hot Topic. And a pretzel stand.
Yes, exactly.
That shouldn't have been as funny as it was.
So you go through the school. You're amazed by its brilliance, perhaps.
Hannah
The-
got her degree in DeVry.
I suppose that's better than getting it at what's that crappy school that gets posted on all the channels about getting your degree
Prison.
online?
IT Pro Online or something like that?
No, not that
That one
one.
got shut down.
Doesn't matter. So, magnificent building, yada yada yada, rainbows, nice, dorms everywhere. As you get closer to the main building, you see the arena off to the right. Not that any of you are heavy magic casters, save for Kimyosa and Hannah.
The
And
fuck am I then?
a
Cast
cleric.
everyone in the party.
You're a cleric. Completely different
Yeah.
school.
What am I then?
You don't cast shit.
I have alchemy. That's kind of like magic.
It's magic adjacent, if nothing else.
Yeah, it gives me Magitech speaking and reading.
Yeah.
Magitech isn't the language of magic. It's the language of
It
Magitech.
says magic in it.
You get into an argument as you pass by a student who scoffs at you and says, Magitech. It's not magic. The language you are looking for, sir, is Arcana.
That's much less magical.
It is the language of the arcane.
Well, watch this. Bibbidi bobbidi, and I summon pickles. Right in the hallway.
So
Look
you
at
are
that.
so you are a
Since
writer.
that's not magic.
So
That's
you're
magic?
a writer. You can get those from the writing guild.
Still magic.
That doesn't mean you're the one casting it.
What are you talking about? Yes, I am.
They huff and walk away.
I want to hide and tail this person.
Legit? Seriously?
I don't know if I do or not.
You will not win this argument, Kim. Because they will never admit when they're wrong.
Neither will I, though.
Yeah.
Fine, we're
What-
on a mission. Let's just.
Yep. True, we are on a job.
Hannah's just scratching her head and shakes it slowly and then walks you to the office of and the brother of her instructor, Professor Aranis. Oxium Aranis. Good evening, morning, day. What time is it?
God, he could die at any moment.
He looks out his window. It is foggy o'clock. How can I help you? He strokes his very long white beard.
You guys to talk to him. You know words.
I want to talk to him. He's your instructor.
Oh yeah, Hannah talked to him.
I'm going to beat you all.
What?
This is the price you pay for letting our face be gone.
Yeah.
That is not. You fussed at me the last time we canceled because the face was gone. And then you
"Oh,
said
don't
suddenly
need to
we
show
want
up,
to go.
it's Fine.
You all know the questions, so just ask. If there's a role associated to it, I will have Hannah roll.
Hannah can ask in her very strange Hannah way if there is any one... If the professor knows any research about the Abyss Shard, that ancient Abyss Shard, or its location, or anyone who is currently doing research on it other than, you know... She won't mention Cogsworth.
Your
Quite unfair than
intonation is throwing me off.
How so?
You called it an abyss shard.
It's
They're
fine.
2 words. Abyss shard.
The abyss thingamabob.
So you're looking
another
for
card.
an abacus? I have one of those here. Passes you an abacus. No, So Hannah asks about the abyss shard. Oh, yes. I believe there was something in the library on this. He goes and sifts through a catalog, which happens to be a large book upon a podium, and begins sifting slowly through the pages. Ah, yes, here. You are looking for the tale of Elma and Iskender. He'll give you a Dewey Decimal styled reference number. Take this and my seal. He'll press some wax onto the note card that he hands you. This should let you into the library and allow you to find the book you are looking for. Please do not try to take anything else from the library. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Not that I can think of.
I don't know.
Other than
I think that covers it. Has anybody else been asking about this kind of information lately, or has it just been us?
As far as I know, it has just been you all.
That tells us Partner did not get this far.
Who is
or she went
Pakne?
about a different method.
Who is Pakne?
That's a lengthy and relatively unimportant story.
Very well. Carry on. I have much to study. I'm researching how to regrow limbs.
Sounds useful.
So far has not been fruitful.
You'd think that would be under the purview of healing magic more than the types of magic you usually find in these schools. Have you considered partnering with the divine casters of the local temple?
I am a registered druid, sir. I think I have it covered.
Good luck.
You as well. And no worries, the card will self-destruct in 24 hours.
What?
What?
It will self-immolate in 24 hours.
Why?
because we don't want people to have permanent access to our library.
That seems dreadfully inconvenient, but okay.
To you, yes. I have no follow-up. That's all. Carry on. Carry on. So you make your way to the library, find the book, and I'm guessing begin reading.
Yay, books. We
Any
love
other
reading
cool
here.
books we can read?
Does anybody have any kind of skill that would be pertinent to this role?
To reading books?
I think
Kim
Sage
Yosa will actually
skills
be the
would
one.
probably-
Roll me that sage intelligence there, Kim Yosa.
You want sage intelligence, right?
Yep.
And not a terribly high roll for me. Because my sage level is low.
That is fine. So you begin reading through the book and sifting through the ancient knowledge of the world. You find that at the end of the book, Elma and Iskender delved in a shallow abyss, defeated the daemons, and, as part of a dowry, to marry Elma, Iskender gave the shard to a noble ferryman. Not to be confused with the ferryman or the ferryman who drives. Nobleman of ferries. Sorry, let me rephrase that. A ferry nobleman? Words. What do they mean?
They mean lots of things when you use them properly.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. Anyway, so yes, dowry, Elma, married. So the shard is probably still in the not clutches, but essentially clutches of said nobleman. The location is fairly vague. However, there is said to be a entryway to the that ferry's court west of the Principality of Eusiz. One to 2 days travel through the woods. The entrance is through a maze said to have once housed a one of the swords of protection, so a sword labyrinth of sorts. Iskender took quite a time traveling through there, and was able to use that sword in the procurement, or well, I guess not procurement, but the destruction of the shallow abyss. So, find the sword labyrinth, make it to the fairy's court.
Great.
Wait, could you run that by me again? You said he was able to use a sword to destroy the shallow abyss?
Sword of protection to destroy the shallow abyss, yes.
the sword that he got from the sword labyrinth that he went through when going to deliver the shallow abyss shard to the fairy
No.
noble?
All right. Let's start over, shall we? The book comes in 3 parts. The first act is
Just give us the cliff notes here.
Yeah, just give us
I'm
clip
I'm
notes.
giving you the cliff notes. Towards book's 3 parts. First part, he finds a sword labyrinth. Second part, he finds a fairy court, falls in love with Elma. The nobleman doesn't want to give up Elma, but says if he is able to destroy a shallow abyss and bring back the shard, he can marry Elma. Elma and Iskender, with the Sword of Protection, go to the shallow abyss, destroy the shallow abyss, bring back the shard, give it to the nobleman.
Okay, that makes sense. The order you originally explained it was a little weird.
Yeah. Sorry. So at this point, find shallow abyss, find the fairy court, find the shard.
Well, now you're confusing me again, because I thought we were looking for a sword labyrinth.
Yeah, didn't I say sword labyrinth or did I just say shallow abyss? Sorry,
You said shallow
Shallow
You
abyss.
said shallow abyss.
my apologies. Find the sword labyrinth, find the fairy court, find the shard. Probably have to negotiate for shard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now it sounds like someone's already got this thing, and they're not gonna give that shit up.
Fairy has it, not a person, but also yes.
Fairies are people, yo.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
They're also a monster stat block, but that's beside the point.
A lot of people are monster stat blocks. Most of our party is also a monster stat block.
It's fair.
Indeed.
Can't believe it's just D-person half our party like that. That's fucked up, bro.
Technically speaking, I D-person 3/4 of your party. Maybe 5/8, because technically
Not making it better.
Like 7/8, really.
no 5/8. Why would it be 7/8?
Depends on how many of Hannah's summons you account for.
Oh, yeah.
And my dinosaur.
We're not counting the dinosaur.
Wow. He's part of the team.
He's one of the best parts of the team.
We're not counting the daemon, so we're not counting the dinosaur.
Yeah, but the demons hang out.
Crappy parts of the team.
Yeah,
And expensive. Also, they're like mercenaries. We have to pay them. They're not really team members. They're hired help.
hired goons. Pickles is like a sales associate. He's part of the team.
Yeah, exactly. Demons, third-party contractors. Pickles, lowest rung of the ladder, but still on the actual ladder.
I don't know.
Gets
He's been
healthcare.
producing more to the party than Kip has.
Gets healthcare.
That's how the ladder works. The people at the low part produce the stuff. The people at the high part gain the benefits of the stuff that was produced. Duh.
So
Have you ever worked?
Kip is a proletariat? Or no, a bourgeoisie.
As a manager.
Yeah, bourgeoisie.
Anywho, so we travel 2 days out to a sword labyrinth where we can pick up with Hannah next week.
Yep, we'll travel 2 days out to the Sword Labyrinth where we will pick up with Anna next week.
But that's 2 days of travel. What happens while we travel?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god. Kip, roll me a 2d6.
We stumble about through the wood.
7.
Damn it, Kip.
I keep rolling 7s, man. I can't help it. I'm just so lucky.
Shinji, roll me 2d6.
Yay, 2 days travel.
6.
Damn it.
Alright, Kip, go ahead and roll me scout of some sort. There's that book.
Oh, looking for the entrance?
Yep, looking for the entrance. Because you actually might get turned around and have to do another travel day.
That makes sense.
Cartography is an observation check. So scout observation.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, nice, nice. I
The
like
old,
this.
the old Kip rolls a 1 and a 2. Can't roll 2 once.
Keep it up, Kip.
Unfortunately,
Eventually,
We're lost.
we'll get an extra day that leads to something.
unfortunately, yes, this will lead to an extra day before you find the entrance. So,
Oh, no.
Kim Yosa, roll me 2d6.
4, 4, 4, 4.
7, 7,
One.
7, 7.
1.
Nat 12.
Yeah, roll a 1. Go beyond possibility and roll a 1, Kim. I believe.
One of your dice gets cocked. The other one rolls a 1.
Oh,
God.
fuck.
You
We're so
guys are
lucky.
rolling exceptional. That's not luck. That's average.
Dude, we saw 7s are lucky.
7s are.
This many 7s consecutive? Fuck
I
that.
mean, if we were playing craps, it'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're doing great.
it's some bullshit.
So, you eventually stumble upon the cave. And with a set of stairs just inside that leads down.
Do we trust stairs in the cave in the woods?
No, that's why we're here.
We're looking for the Fae. We're going to be looking for the most suspicious thing we could possibly find.
Exactly.
Oh God, how big is this map?
12 floors, remember?
Although you may not necessarily have to travel all 12.
I was gonna say there's only 3 of us here.
The hero Himmel would clear all the floors.
He would go through every single spot. Everyone knows that.
Exactly.
I just finished that the other day. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to finish that series. It's a good series from what I've seen so far.
Even Int's pretty alright. Like, it doesn't, like, flop the ending or anything.
Oh shit! Treasure chest right here.
Oh shit, treasure chest right there. Go get it.
Nope. We will end here for the evening.
What's
It's
right
a map.
there?
No.
Where's Pickles? There's
Been a few days, so I'm just go ahead and cap up my mana.
Yes, please do.
3 days of wandering around in the woods.
I do.
All right.
I do like Dungeon Alchemist's ability to just randomize dungeons, so I can create or randomize a dungeon in What About Itch, and then I can randomize the stuff in said rooms with Dungeon Alchemist. It's nice.
Growth.
Yep, let's all roll the growth.
Ooh, and give us experience too.
All right, that'll be 500 plus. You know what? Discovering the 7 colors Magic Academy will give you 50 for that. And then there was the 6 level 4s, so another 240 from that.
Guys, I have 13 strength. I'm pretty strong now.
That'll be
Holy shit.
790.
Soon you'll actually be able to wield like another rank of bow.
790 experience.
I do believe that means wrong button.
New skill.
Not what I meant to grab.
Alrighty.